Hello, Dustin Hillis here, Tough Stump Rodeo, and we have Mike with Galvion. And Mike, man, you guys have so much integration happening here at the Tough Stump Rodeo. First, let's start with, I know Galvion has a lot of different sectors that you guys are in.
That's right.
Tell us, what does Galvion do and what are all the different sectors? And then the next thing I'd like to hear is, how's that integrating here at the rodeo?
What are we doing here?
Yeah.
So big business for us. Like, we're a global leader in tactical helmet systems.
Yep.
So we make helmets for a global customer base. We have a NATO contract. We have stuff all across Europe, Middle East, Australia, and the US. And that's really our big business. What separates
Is it
us,
helmets, every kind of helmet you could think of?
Yeah, like your tactical helmets, your ballistic helmets, bump helmets, things like that, right?
Okay.
And that's our big business. But what separates us from other companies is, in addition to our helmet line, we also have a power and data line.
Okay.
Which is,
Let's get a shot of
power.
some of this here. Yeah.
And so we have the ability to take this type of equipment, soldier worn power harvesting, charging capabilities, and integrate that with our helmet systems and really make a full ecosystem that the soldier can use to increase situational awareness, survivability, sustainability, that type of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. What else? So that's two. And then I think you said there was four.
Yeah. So I mean, we out here at Tough Stump, what we're going to see is with some of our partners that we're teaming up with, whether it's Boston Dynamics, Rodeo, Teal, Red Cat, we're offering what we call our Battle Charge line of products, which is a wireless power.
I saw that yesterday.
Pretty
that
cool,
was
right?
super cool. I saw the Boston Dynamic dog. They were doing a demo, and then they just pushed a button, and it went and laid down on the mat, and just started recharging. It actually looked like a dog laying on its bed, like a dog going to sleep or something.
Yeah, and that mat can be used from anything from any type of unmanned system, right? So you saw it with the ground platform with the dog. We do it primarily or predominantly with aircraft systems, but anything that's unmanned, we can provide a wireless power transfer. It's unlike anything you've seen before. Everybody has experience with your cell phone, right? You have to have true contact charging. You might as well plug it in. This uses a magnetic field to do true wireless charging. We provide a wireless bubble. You enter your platform into that bubble, and you can receive a full suite of power. So it's pretty wild.
Okay, and you were saying that also. So with that being said, like if the dog's out and about, you were saying ice and dirt. Like if the dog's dirty and icy, you go and lay down.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So it just uses a magnetic field. So you can bury it underground to disguise it, right, for tactical purposes.
Yeah.
If it's getting rained on, snowed on, it doesn't matter. We know where the location is. You put the platform on it, and as soon as it enters that wireless bubble, it's going to get charged. So it's pretty wild.
That's amazing. That's cool. That is really cool. And then Rodeo gave you a shout out in the interview on our YouTube channel yesterday.
That's right.
They said you could fly the drone. They used an example like, hey, if we flew the drone up to the top of that mountain, and it was low on battery, we would land, recharge, and then keep going. I'm like, man, that's game changing.
Yeah, man, it's pretty gangster. So what's awesome about it is there's two things that we really do when you're talking about unmanned aerial systems. And all these partners out here who are phenomenal. I named a couple of them. We talk about Rodeo, we talk about Teal, the Boston Dynamics team. Like, what's awesome about it is the capability that it provides. But there's two things that we find shortcomings with, right? And that's endurance over the target area, especially with aircraft. How can I extend my time on target over the area? And then two, how do I increase operator survivability? The guy or girl actually driving that platform, right? So if I'm having to bring an aircraft back to me to charge every time, I'm giving away my location.
That's right.
Right. So if I can displace a charging mat, kilometers from my location, land or put the aircraft there, and then use that as a lily pad for power. One, it gives me more time over target. I don't have to bring the aircraft all the way back to me. And
or you don't have to make it a one-way.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Expensive drone.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And so we can put those all over the battlefield, provide power options, give them lily pad operations all over the edge of battle.
Yep.
And and then I increase my survivability because I'm not having to bring that platform back to me.
Yeah.
So it's pretty wild.
I mean I'm just thinking. Yeah. Even as you're saying that, I'm thinking of how many lives that saves.
Yeah, it's game changing.
It's game changing. And so you were saying Red Cat can integrate with that.
Yeah.
Teal can integrate with that. Red Cat, Teal, Rodeo, and then Boston Dynamics, and I'm sure it's unlimited.
All of them, right? So we've done stuff out here with PDW. They've been great partners.
Yep.
And my team who's doing that, our Quays partners are out. They're in the field right now, actually doing some of the demos with Boston Dynamics and some of them.
So tell us about that. So let's kind of now, before saying that, what to you, what is the rodeo? And then tell us how you're doing one of the scenarios today.
Yeah, so the rodeo for us is it's awesome because with our variety of product lines, right? We'll get into our power stuff down here in a minute, but it allows us to find integrating partners who normally we can talk, we can go to shows and I can talk to a partner and be like, hey, we could theoretically do this, right? Yeah, we could. We can go in a lab and we can connect things together and it'll power up. But to be able to come out here, where the guards are down, there's no walls really, ceiling is to infinity, and we can actually get out here and demonstrate the things that we say we can do.
Yep.
And I said yesterday it's kind of like a put up or shut up. We say we can do it, let's come out here and show that we can do it. Like there's nowhere else where you can do it.
Yeah.
With this level of technology, this capability for the variety of partners that we have, the end users who are seeing it, like there's nowhere else that's happening. It's awesome.
That's great. That's awesome. So now tell us, with that in mind, what scenarios are you guys integrating with, and how's that working out?
So what's awesome, there's one thing that links everybody together. So no matter who's out here, right, there's one thing two things really, but everybody has to be able to communicate and everybody needs power.
Yep.
Right? And we support that across the board for anybody.
Yeah.
So no matter what you're doing, you're going to need power and you need to be able to talk. And we provide, capabilities to do both of that, or both of those things. Regardless of your platform, like we have a way to either provide your full power, supplement your power, find alternative power sources, and that is game changing. Especially in the future for modern warfare, it's going to be awesome. Out here right now, so this morning we got a team, our Quays partners, representing the Battle Charge ecosystem from Galvion. They're out on one of the ranges, like Boston Dynamics team. They pre-positioned a wireless charging point out there. Essentially, they're going to drop a dog out forward at the edge of battle.
And by drop a dog out of a plane.
Literally drop a dog, right? Dog's going to go out there. Dog's going to do work.
Yeah.
Right? He's going to go out there, but then he's going to have opportunities. We can extend the duration that we can operate because we're going to have pre-positioned wireless points. Dog goes to one of our battle charge stations.
Yep.
Lays on it, covers it, right? Charges, and can continue mission. And that's something that wasn't happening yesterday, right? It's going to be happening tomorrow. It's awesome.
Yeah, and then from after tomorrow, that's what the dog does.
That's what the dog does, right? Yeah. Well, whether it's a dog or an aerial platform, if it's a water-based platform, it doesn't matter. It's just pretty wild technology.
That's awesome. Well, anything else for the YouTube listeners about what you guys do, or anything else you'd like to add?
I would just say, Galvion, we have our product line it's wide, it's varied, it's capable, it's proven. We're a global company. We have teams all over the globe that can go out. We can reach customers. We can provide customer service. Our products are quite, they're varied. And we have everything from the helmet systems that we're known for. Go on Galvion.com and you can see that. You can see everything from our Cayman down to our bump helmet, our Cayman ballistic helmet, all the way down to our bump helmets. You can check out our SPM, our bulk chargers, our wearable power and data. It's all out there, man. And me and Chris are out here, we're ready to talk about any of it.
And what's the website?
Yeah, Galvion.com. Galvion.com.
Okay. Sweet. Well, thanks for being here.
Cool.
Yeah, appreciate you guys.
Absolutely.